Good evening, everyone. For the first, let me introduce myself. My name is Dora Clara Sinta Brusurbakti with student ID number is 2009-110-2052. And here I want to explain a little about what I know during one semester of learning in English, phonology, and morphology courses. And for the first, I will explain the meaning about phonology. Okay. According to linguistic experts, phonology is divided into two, namely phonetics and morphology. Where phonetics is a way of speaking which is divided into 15 vowels and 25 consonants. In phonology, when we speak or spell a sentence, or sorry, spell a language or sentence, it will involve sound work from our body organs such as lips, tongue, throat, lungs, larynx, teeth, nasal capital, and oral capital. And phonology is a branch of science that will study language, sounds, and the process of um, forming and changing sounds. Sounds is a vibration of sound wave, which is divided into three parts, namely vowels, phonemes, and the last one consonant. Vowels are living sounds that can be read and diet such as A, I, U, E, and O. And phoneme is the smallest unit in a sound that can distinguish one meaning for one meaning. For example, two and two. Uh, two and two, which have the same phoneme but different in meanings. And consonant letters. Consonant letters are also called consonants uh, because they cannot be mentioned without being followed or being followed or accompanied by vowels. Example are B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. One of the sounds of pronunciation is in the sentence A. The sound symbol is written the same as two lowercase e and I. Great for carrying of the symbols E, we pronounce it like a combined sound between two of the letters E and I. So the sounds A. The sounds A. To practice how pronunciation A, we can do the following things, such as the position of our lips, not splitting but relaxed, and the second, position of the tongues are teeth moving from the middle position up and then up. For example, beginning the word eight, and middle of word lake, and the end of words day. Okay, and next I will explain about linking. Linking is a connecting sentence to connect two or more words without stopping. When we say sentences in English, linking between one word with another word. Another word has two benefits when we understand that linking technique. Okay, namely, first, we will understand other people when We will understand other people who speak in English, which is easier. And second, other people will understand us better when speaking in English. Uh, in English, yes. And the important thing in linking is the sounds and not the letters. Often the letters and sounds are not the same. For example, pay ends in a consonant way, sounds vowel a. Here are some other with example. Hannes starts with the letter H but starts with the sound O. There are two types of, of linking, namely consonants and vowels. There are two types of word stressed, namely the first is primary stress. Primary stress, the strongest stress in the word and marked by an apostrophe. Yes, apostrophe. And the secondary stress. Secondary stress, namely weak stress, marked without quotation mark below. Okay, and next, uh, word stress, namely the first primary stress and second second secondary stress. Yes, just this. And next, I know about lesson is about, sorry, I'm little blank about silent letter. Yes, about silent letter. The silent letters or letters that are omitted of distinguish. For example, assigned. Yes, assigned. Um, a sign word, how to read is, it is sign, a sign. So the letters that are omitted are the letters I and G, which are distinguished as A. Articulatory phonetics is a phonetics that discusses the process of speech organs, the human body speech, the human body that can produce language sounds, the process of sounds produced and spoken, and the sounds process of language is categorized based on its articulation. For example, the sounds is articulated by lips or tongue. How can a sound be formed? The answer is 1. By involving the work of the organs of speech. Second, sounds can also be formed vibration in the air. Articulatory is divided into 4, namely, first, bilabials. Bilabials is a word that is articulate through uh, two lips. For example, P, B, M. And second, labiodentals. Labiodentals is a word produced by articulating lip and under teeth. For example, V and V, F and V. And third, interdentals. Interdentals is a sound produced by inserting the lip of the tongue between the teeth. For example, key, which is more correct. Manner of articulation, voice and voiceless. voice, when there are fibers in the mouth, and voiceless when the sound produced uh, doesn't have vibration. Nasal sounds. First, M and HM in English, and second, M and O in Indonesian. Okay, that's different. Stress and syllables is one of the most important pronunciation point in English. When we speak English, do other people find it difficult to understand what we are what us saying? If so, if so, we must learn about stress in seriously and clearly and correctly. Pronouncing a word with the correct stress can make a big difference to our English, and our English will immediately sounds clearly and more natural, clearly and natural. For the first about syllables, okay, I will explain about it in sentence of person, information, and beautiful. For the first, where person has two syllables like per and son, person, and information has four syllables like information. Okay, connection, syllables, and word stress. Think about the word information. Yes, information has four syllables. Uh, do you pronounce all the syllables like information or information? I think that wrong, but no syllables is strong. Syllables is stronger. Is if a word has one syllable, we don't need to think about stress. But if a word has two syllables or more, one syllable is always stressed, and it has a strong, clear pronunciation. Three things difference word stress and syllables. Okay, the stress syllables below. First, the stressed syllable should be a little higher. Okay. Second, the stressed syllables would be longer in time. Yes, and three should be longer in time. Yes. Next, explain about diphthong. A diphthong is a sound formed by combining two vowels in a single syllable. The sound begins as one vowel sounds and move towards another. And the two most common diphthongs in the English language, uh, are are later are the later combination oi as in boy or coin, and o as in a cloth or cow. Prosodic features are prosodic or suprasegmental features are length and stress or accent. Speech sounds that are identical in their place or manner. Uh, or manner features may differ in length or duration. The tense vowel are slightly longer than next word, but only a few milliseconds. Tone and intonation. Next, tone and intonation spellers of a language vary the pitch of their voices when they are talks. The effects of pitch on a syllables differ from language to language. There are two kinds of tone if the peaked level across the syllables. We have a register tone if the pitch if the pitch changes across syllables from high to low. High to low, we have control tone. In tone, limit isn't the absolute in which absolute pitch on absolute pitch uh, of the syllables. This is important. Okay, this is all I can explain again about learning phonology during this semester. If any of my words are not pleasing, I apologize and thank you. Once again, I say good night.